Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a makeup tutorial on this look, playing with purples and pinks. I hope you guys enjoy this video, but if you want to see how I achieved this look, then please keep watching. Alright, so I'm starting off with some concealer on my eyelids and I'm blending that out with a Real Techniques brush, and this is just going to act as a base for our eyeshadows to cancel out any redness or any veins and just make sure our eyeshadows look as opaque as possible. Then with a flat shader brush, I'm just taking an eyeshadow close to my skin tone and I'm applying that all over my lid and brow bone just to set that concealer and make sure it's prepped for our eyeshadow. I'm taking the Huda Beauty New Nude palette, and with a big fluffy blending brush, I'm taking the shade Tickle from the palette and mainly focusing that in our socket of our eye to make sure that we're adding that depth to our eyelids. Then with that same palette, I'm taking the shade Spanked, and it's going to be on a smaller blending brush. I'm mainly focusing this on the outer corners of my eyes, but also working it into the crease to add a little bit more depth and make it slightly darker. Then I'm taking the shade Kinky on a Real Techniques base shadow brush and I'm applying that all over my mobile lid. This is a really nice sort of mauvey, pinkish and purpley shade, which is complemented really nicely with our other eyeshadows. And for my eyeliner as well, instead of using a black eyeshadow like I would typically do, I'm using a dark purple eyeshadow and I'm applying that with an angled brush, and the dark purple just really complements the eye look really nicely and looks a little bit more sultry. So that's a really nice option that you have as well. And then I'm taking some micellar water on a cotton round and I'm just wiping out any excess or fallout eyeshadow that we may have on our under eyes. So I'm taking Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Erasing Primer and I'm applying that in the center of my face where I have more visible or larger pores. And I'm taking the Rare Beauty foundation on an IT Cosmetics flat foundation brush and applying that evenly all over my skin to create our flawless base. And after I apply my foundation with the brush, I just like to go over it slightly with the Beauty Blender to make sure everything is nicely blended. And then I'm going to cream contour. I'm taking this RCMA foundation palette and a Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm applying that into the hollows of my cheekbones as well as my temples and forehead, a little bit on the side of my nose as well, just to help contour that area and add some more dimension to our face. And also follow that up with a few pounces of the Beauty Blender as well to make sure everything is nicely blended. Then I'm taking the Soft Pinch liquid blush in the shade Joy and I'm applying that with a Real Techniques stippling brush. This is the best way to apply this blush because it ensures a really nice and even application all over the cheeks. And as always, I follow up with my Beauty Blender to make sure all the edges are nice and blended. Then I'm taking the concealer from Rare Beauty as well, applying that under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, center of my forehead, and I also follow up and blend that out with a damp beauty blender as well. Then I'm taking a RCMA No Color powder and I'm applying that to the center of my face with a KVD Vegan Beauty brush and just mainly focusing that on my under eyes, center of my forehead, not really baking here or anything like that. I do run a little extra powder under my contour just to bake that slightly because we did a cream contour. I like to make sure that that is very nice and crisp. And while we're baking, I go back to the eyes and working on the bottom lash line. I'm taking the darker shade that we used on our outer corner, shade Spanked, and just applying that to the bottom lash line, as well as taking a smaller blending brush from Morphe, and I'm taking the shade Tickle which we also used in the crease, and I'm just using that to smoke out that bottom lash line. As you can see, I'm also connecting the bottom lash line with the top and extending it outwards slightly just to get that almond shape to our eyes. Then for contour, I'm taking the KVD Vegan Beauty Contour Palette and an angled brush, and I'm applying that to the hollows of my cheekbones, to my temples, sides of my nose, as well as on the forehead to create that dimension and that contour to our face that we do enjoy for this look. I also run some of that contour powder on my jawline and under my chin as well. I don't typically do this, but I thought it looked really nice for this look to have a little bit more of a sculpted aspect to our face. So I went ahead and applied that to my jawline as well to sculpt it and diminish the appearance of any, double chin that we may have. Then I'm just dusting off any excess powder or any bake that we may have from our contour with this large Real Techniques brush, and also making sure that everything is blended together. For my blush, I'm taking this NYX Ombre blush and a Morphe angled blush brush, and this is a really nice mauve-y pink shade that goes really well with the eye look. So it was really perfect, but I felt like it was a little bit too cool toned for my skin. So I went ahead and just topped it with Milani Luminoso blush, which is a little bit more warm and it added a little bit more glow to the skin as well, which paired really nicely. Then I'm taking Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, and this is a Morphe highlighting brush, and I'm applying that to the areas where we like to glow, which would typically be the tops of the cheekbones, on my brow bone, a little bit on my forehead, and the bridge of my nose as well. And go a little bit hard with that highlight, it seems. And then I take that same highlight shade with a pencil brush, and I'm applying that to the inner corners of my eyes and a little bit on the tip of my nose as well. So that will just tie all the highlight together. Then for my brows, I'm just brushing them out really quickly with a spoolie to make sure that they are in place. And with my Smashbox Matte Tech eyebrow pencil, I'm just lightly feathering in my eyebrows, trying to make them look as natural as possible while still looking a lot fuller. Then I'm taking my Makeup Forever brow gel and I'm running that through my eyebrows to set them as well as make them look very nice, full and fluffy. As you can see, when I get to the front of my brow with the brow gel, I like to brush that upwards because I feel like it gives a really nice look to the eyebrows. And for my lips, I kind of had a dilemma. I mixed quite a few shades because they were not coming out how I wanted. I used this Urban Decay Vice liquid lipstick first, but I felt like it was too stark bright. So I went ahead with a Q-tip and some micellar water just to see if I can diminish that really bright shade somewhat. And I thought I could make it a little bit better by applying a nude gloss over top, which this is a YSL golden gloss, and it's kind of nude and sparkly, which I thought would dull it out, but it still was too bright. So I went ahead and followed up with MAC Snob over top of those lipsticks just to see if that can dull it down slightly, which it did. And I followed up again with some nude gloss just to make sure that everything is very glossy and pretty. And lastly, I'm using Clinique High Impact Waterproof Mascara on my bottom lashes, and this will tie the look together and finish off our look. And with that, we have finished the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Any products used will be linked in the description box below. Some may be affiliate links from which I earn a small commission off your purchase, but as always, I will disclose which ones those are. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and share with any family members. That does help me out a lot. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!